Hey y'all, what is up? What is up? Check my vibe. Yep, there we go. How
What's
y'all doing?
happening? We have returned
Ugh.
for the end of this year, right under the wire, to bring you the hard hitting, nonsensical news. It's a roundup, guys. It's one of those roundups. Remember the yearly roundups they would have? I'm sure they're all doing them.
Oh yeah, they're all doing them.
Yeah,
So I
remember?
saw Jeremy John's 10 worst movies of 2024.
Oh well, he's got a lot to pick from because a lot of movies flopped this year. I don't know what was going on with Hollywood. It was just like dud after dud. Didn't they say like Lionsgate had like 7 duds or something in a row
Are you serious?
or something like that? Like in the year, like it was not good. Not that I wish ill will on them. I do not, because they try to at least do action movies in a drought, in a sea of superhero movies. They at least try and have like actual human beings
Mhm.
do stunts and like John Wick or like one of those Jason Statham movies.
Right.
But yeah, it wasn't a very good year for them. I think it was I'll even look it up. It says Lionsgate movie. Okay, and then go here. Yep, they say at least a steep quarterly losses. They had Borderlands, The Crow, the that Batista movie.
Which Batista? Oh, right. Yeah. I remember that. I mean, I hardly remember it, but
And a few others I can't remember.
yeah, I don't know
The Halle
movies.
Berry horror movie.
Wait, which horror movie?
Exactly.
No, what was what was
No,
what?
no, no need to be mean, Sean. Okay.
Oh no, I really don't know what it was.
Stop, Sean. Stop. Halle Berry is one of our celebrated actresses. Stop. People have hard
Oh man,
times.
I didn't even know one came out. Now I gotta look it up.
I don't know. It's just like, not a competition.
I don't know what's up.
But anyway, so aside from all that, like,
Yes,
we had a trailer debut.
yes, we had a trailer debut today. We had a lot of trailers lately, didn't we?
Yeah, they're trying to set up stuff for like the next year, of course. The big one was Superman, of course, that we covered in our
Yeah.
last live stream. And they're hoping on a lot for that one. They're hoping that one's gonna have to save DC. Like if that flops, DC's done.
Yeah.
And I don't think it will flop because they're gonna put the super marketing budget on that. And all he has to do is just achieve,
It just gotta be entertaining or something.
yeah, just has to be entertaining.
Just
But
be like
entertaining,
I.
funny.
The
Yeah,
be
yeah,
I.
right, right, right.
If it
It's
could be
not
I, I guess. Oh, Alpha Proto is here. So I made it right on time.
nice. Welcome, Alpha Proto. First one in the chat.
Yo, so I started to bring this up, but like I was then I think I told you earlier and Alpha Proto I found a clip, it was like from an old live that we did where you had to tell me that M'Baku's like code name was Man Ape and I didn't know about Man Ape and I was freaking dying. Like I was like, oh, this clip is freaking hilarious. So if I could make it a short, I would.
Yeah, well, he was created like, I don't know, maybe back in the day.
Yeah.
They didn't know what they were doing.
uh,
But I mean, the movie he was like, making,
he was making the
you
monkey
know,
sounds.
right. And even
Well,
then, I was like, what's going on here? Like,
hey, that was this year. That
kind
should
of,
be that's the year in review too. All right, me discovering that M'Baku's name was Man Ape.
I'm just saying, maybe they don't want to be doing that like anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like
Retire that, but he's still around. He's still Man Ape for some reason. You think they try to update that, but.
No, somehow that is remaining like accurate. Um, Alex in
Yes.
here. What's up, man? What up? What up? What up? What is all this I got going on this side? Yeah, right. So yeah, we're gonna be going over a bunch of stuff, but we're gonna start with I guess we start with this Spider-Man trailer, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go in reverse order in the year. This is
Yeah, I guess we're
dropped
going
like
in reverse. We're not going in any particular order. I literally saw this right before coming on live, and I was like, oh no. Y'all remember Beau DeMayo, right? He was working on X-Men 97, right?
yep.
He was working on X-Men 97. And oh, Havoc, no, it's another Spider-Man cartoon. Anyway, yes, Beau DeMayo, he was working on X-Men 97, and then I believe he was booted off the team for various back and forth reasons that we try to read over one time. So he's no longer working with Marvel, as far as I know. And so this new cartoon called Friendly Neighborhood Spideman uh, debuted today. The trailer debuted, excuse me. The cartoon doesn't come out until I think next month. Uh, and they decided to do something interesting with Norman Osborn. Can y'all guess what they decided to do with Norman Osborn?
Hmm. They made him as comic accurate as possible.
Of
Like
course.
they.
Except for one glaring difference. Bam. All right, there we go.
Oh, there you go. It's as I always seen him.
Yeah, this is exactly how I thought Norman Osborn was going to look like. You know what I'm
But it's funny because look, the whole joke was like, Norman Osborn in the comics had waves in his hair,
saying? Right.
the wavy hairstyle,
Now they're trying to have the
and
waves make sense.
exactly because I guess a lot of Caucasian individuals do not sport this hairdo en masse.
No.
Therefore, they're like, well, he'd make a perfect candidate to be, I guess, retconned or changed for this version to be a black man.
Now, and the Caucasian hair is actually possible to wave too. That's the funny part. I've seen
Yeah, I was I was looking on Twitter
it.
and some people were bringing up the fact that it's that there was an actor named Joseph Cotton that was in a movie called The Third Man, and they're saying that Leon Ditko based Norman Osborn's look on him because he had the
Mm.
waves in his hair.
Oh,
So
interesting. Huh.
we gotta just keep brushing it. You know what I'm saying? Keep brushing,
Listen,
you
that's
get the
what.
waves.
No, see, that's what like I'm growing out my hair a little bit right now, but I'm not getting waves. Like I'm not. I'm not. I can't. This you got to put on. You got to put on the cap, do rag. You got to brush your hair mad times, and like it's too much work, man. Um, but yeah. So this is Norman Osborn, and if I go someplace, this can't be real. No, this is real. This is a real trailer. I believe. Hold on, because I can't. I don't want to play the trailer because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. I don't. We don't need copyrights coming after us, right? I believe this third individual here is that supposed to be Harry?
That's what they're saying. I saw that in another video on YouTube. They were trying to say that was Harry.
Okay,
And it might be because I don't know. I guess they got the same color hairdo and I
right.
guess the
And he got
same
the same
complexion.
same complexion, and also, he got a green outfit on. Ha ha ha.
Right. Exactly.
Right
Exactly.
now, somebody online was like, "Oh, is that a boy or a girl?" I mean, trailer sounds like a male. Uh, he's got a man bun, I guess, going on right now. I don't look. I disapprove of the
Right.
whole look. Anyway,
He's not a fan of the man bun.
no. The man bun
No.
guy don't.
If you could twist something in the back yourself and get yourself a little.
Oh, you gotta be hell. You gotta like have like super testosterone to pull off the man bun. I think I think that's how that's supposed to work. I don't know. Yes. So, former, uh, what was he? Writer? Beau DeMayo. I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah, former writer on X-Men '97 after he was thrown off of the project, and he had to weigh in on this trailer as now not being part of Marvel, and he says, "Here, let me rephrase." There must be a older tweet that he's talking about, but we'll just read from this one. Here, let me rephrase. Hey, Marvel Studios, please stop race swapping white villains to black people. It reads funny. Kang, High Evolutionary, Norman Osborn, Electro, and Mordo. Now, I'm not familiar with Mordo. I'll have to look that one up.
Now it's interesting he used the word funny. What does funny mean?
Hmm.
What does funny mean? Could it be overdone? No, I don't know. Because funny does that necessarily take the full impact of the word funny? I don't think so. Is it like funny, like, oh, you're making black people into villains or something, and that's the funny part? Is that the
Well,
funny?
he has funny in quotation, so I'm assuming funny is so it has a negative connotation there.
Of course.
So, uh,
But then someone else replies in
say you could have ended the tweet a lot earlier. Let me help. Hey, Marvel Studios, please stop race swapping. And then he says, "Fair point," which would have been my point, of course. But regardless,
intriguing.
like,
Intriguing. What does that mean?
I don't
Does it mean
know.
that he's fed up? What does it mean? Well, the thing is with Beau DeMayo, he was a controversial figure, right?
Yes.
He had a lot of allegations on him, that he was
Yes.
like, I don't know, being inappropriate. He had a OF page
Right.
he was running while he was producing or show running the X-Men '97 show.
Mhm.
So, and he had counter allegations against them.
Right.
But even through all of this and the subtle changes he made
Mm-hmm.
to the aesthetic of the show, minor changes,
Mm-hmm.
but still recognizable. He still tried to make it somewhat comic accurate and faithful
Right.
beyond what the executive producers of the show wanted. They wanted more changes.
That is true.
Like, he claimed that they didn't even want Cyclops to be the leader of the X-Men. They wanted, him to transfer it over to, like, I don't know, one of the women.
Right.
And he was like, no, we can't do that. And it seemed like he was trying to, at least, if it wasn't for him, it probably would have been more changed than what, he was probably like, so he's trying to say, no, do you think I'm like here to, like, I don't know, wreck your childhood? I'm actually the one trying to, like, I don't know, be some kind of buffer.
He was the
Believe it
secret
or not.
hero of sorts. Apparently.
So yeah, he's
Apparently.
like I don't know what they would call him in D&D world, chaotic neutral or chaotic. But he is he's no longer with the Disney Corporation, so
He's out here
they're going through
speaking his
some.
mind right now.
You're right. He's critiquing everything they ever did. But anyway, what did you think of the trailer, Sean?
Oh, I thought the trailer's fantastic. No, I hated it. I hated it. Actually, no, sorry. Let me rephrase. Let me rephrase.
Okay.
Because most of this year, except for the Crow, I feel like I y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. That I feel that I have taken most of these entertainment flops in stride. So I don't know. I saw, I saw this trailer and I was like, okay, this is not for me. Again,
Sure.
like I get it. It's supposed to be for a younger audience, but I didn't like the animation style. I didn't like the art style. I don't like the race swap. I don't like the hip hop in the trailer. I don't like anything about it. Like just like, and I just looked at it. I'm like, okay, uh, cool. I guess I don't know who's gonna watch this, but once again, it's not gonna be me because I'm still on my, you know, comic entertainment strike. So you know, yeah. Well, I don't know. What did you think about the trailer?
Well, I mean, the art style is not something that, is speaking to what I like, but
Right,
I mean, I guess they're doing some kind of like comic book paneling here, but maybe like an indie comic, maybe like this is
right,
like maybe like a image comic or something from the Small Press Expo. Maybe this is like the art style they would use, or maybe this is the style they're using in modern Marvel right now. Like for all I know, like it's unconventional. But the actual animation style when it's moving, it's like seems to be some kind of rigged polygon, very it's like computer rendered
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
And it seems like that's the trend that Disney is doing with its animation. Like they did it with this, that what if it's never just like a traditionally animated like cartoon, like the
Can't deal
old
with what if
cartoon from the
style either, bro.
90s. Yeah, it's like we can't even get like the animation style from like the 1990s Spider-Man or the X-Men or Iron Man or any of those cartoons anymore, or
Not a
X-Men,
possibility.
Wolverine and the X-Men, or no, it's just done, right? It's like, or even the Avengers cartoon they had that was straight to video back in the day. Like, I mean, it's like we can't even now. It's just like this. I don't even know what our style this is. I don't know what the animation style of this called. Like maybe I need like an expert in the chat to tell me
Yeah, please.
what
If y'all
like
somebody in the
this
chat,
is, like how was this made? Because it looks like it was like made with like I don't know, like it's like a machinima or something like where they take some 3D model running around and they just overlaid this art style over it so they can like I don't know push the button on the joystick to make him go like this or something. But it just seems crazy like how in Japan
mhm.
they could just like animate just a cartoon, bro, like just a regular cartoon, like frame by frame, like ye olden Hanna-Barbera times. I just like you on America, we always have to concoct some weird new formula to make a cartoon that costs like hundreds of millions of dollars for some reason. It's like we just can't draw a dang cartoon. It's just weird.
They be like, "Wow, gotta frame everything." They
I gotta draw it and I gotta draw it again. Nah, they just
yes,
like
that's how it works. You draw it and then you draw the frame right after that.
yeah,
Get
yeah,
a team.
yeah,
Get a
right.
team.
And you put it all together, and then now he's walking. Just like ye old Walt Disney used to used to do back in the day. Americans nowadays are like, heck no, like no way, bro, hell no.
Japan does it sometimes when it's like,
They do it for the
well,
backgrounds and like little cars moving
no,
sometimes,
I'm
but
talking
like
about like when they do it like for they did it in excuse me, sorry y'all, I'm sick. So
Dragon Ball,
oh yeah, Dragon Ball and Batman Ninja.
right?
But yeah, uh
They try to make it not make it a habit of it.
no, no, it's definitely not a habit.
Here it's the default, you know.
Listen, unless you call Powerhouse Studios,
Yeah, it
you
seems like
you
Powerhouse.
you
Yeah,
might get this.
Right. It seems like Powerhouse Studios is like the only American studio that like found all of the Americans that still know how to draw with like a pencil and stuff,
Hmm.
and brought them into the studio, and they all seem to be there. It's like they're like
Oh, and
wandering nomads after like the graduation day of art school, and they just like round them up. Like I'm putting it together a team like Hannibal Smith from the A Team or something. they get these band of wandering artistic nomads to form an American art studio and stuff because everything else is outsourced.
Um, what was that? I had a thought.
And I don't even know if this isn't even outsourced. You know what I
We
mean?
don't
I didn't
know,
know.
by the way. So I actually hold on, check this out, chat. I literally try to look up Marvel Animation Studio, and the description said it's a animation studio for the American comic company. I'm like, okay, all right, I know that the comic company is American. Is the animation studio American? They were not clear on this, but they did say that they outsource. But some of the outsource people that they gave were like in-house Disney people saying like, oh, sometimes they'll use Pixar and this, that, and the third, but it was very vague. So yeah, I couldn't really figure it out. Uh, I don't know. I do, but
But it's
yeah.
just kind of sad because, and I know on Twitter slash X they were having like this whole like big debate about like outsourcing and
Oh
American
yeah, I
industry
missed.
is
I've heard of this debate. I missed. I missed out on this one.
they ship it all the jobs overseas and then
Right.
it's like all this stuff and it's like when you look at an old YouTube video of some Disney cartoon that was made in at least even up until the 1990s, it was like at least they had a hand drawn animation program at Disney and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
just like that whole like the little Disney documentary on video, and they had like rows of people drawing at a desk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is like a job that you can give like an animator, a guy graduating from school, even high school or college or something, get their feet wet, learn what directing is, see your work on the screen as being one of the cogs in the machine, and instead we can't even do that for like in fact, these art schools, I don't know, were they teaching people to be the director? Like, are they teaching them to be the Beau DeMayo? Like, you just you do the proposal for the cartoon, and
No, you
then
probably need preliminaries, more preliminaries now. Because
yeah,
yeah, at first it's like, oh, do you have skills? Do you got the talent? Come through. Now it's like you got the skills, you got the talent. How many Twitter followers you have? What's your political affiliation?
yeah,
What's your
exactly.
pronouns? Like, wait, what? I'm like, what is going on? Like,
And your recommendations, and
yeah,
who's your parents? Are they a nepo baby or something? Who can get you the gig? And
I ain't got time for
are
all of
you
that.
marketable? You know,
Do you have a
can you
nice
can you
profile picture?
right? Can you make a speech online? Because we may need you to present things on video. Make you. Did you take like I don't know 18,000 hours in Toastmasters to learn your, get your speechifying skills up? Because we got to put you in a documentary on how we made the video game, how we made the cartoon.
Uh,
The poor little artist in the corner and stuff
mm-hmm.
with the who just does the work. That guy's not valued anymore. Now you're like it's got to be some cartoon character and stuff. I guess that's what we are right now, but
Yeah, screw it.
but
I
that's
mean,
life.
I
The
mean,
only thing, the only job that got that could do that, some dude in the corner who's valued, it seems to be some like coder. Like if you know how to write code, they'll
right.
value and put you in the corner somewhere, and you'll get paid like a grip. But anyway, that's my mini rant on that.
There you go.
But yeah, I don't know, like this animation style in this, I'm like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like skip to something else. Let me just see another frame. Like, what's
Hold
going
on, let
on
me make
here?
sure I don't click it by mistake. Don't hit me, copyright.
I mean, I guess this is like early Spider-Man stuff, right? Like, so
Yeah,
he's got his
but then
costume
it's
on.
funny
They're not
because then
showing.
like he
Yeah,
gets
they
his.
jump
Sorry.
right. Oh, he's doing
He gets the. I don't know who this guy is in the corner, but am I supposed to know who that is?
not sure.
Okay.
Is that like Flash Thompson or something? Who's that?
I was about to ask that. And then he gets the. I've seen this outfit before. He gets this outfit, and that's what I don't know. I'm not hyped. Yo, by the way, hold on. Let me read the chat first because I got a little mini rant for a second.
Yeah, this is.
We got
Checking on our
Brina came in here,
peoples.
says hi, happy New Year. So I haven't heard of it, haven't seen it. Oh yeah, you could go check out the trailer when you get a chance. Alfredo says not enough modern animators know how to draw. They know how to move models.
Yeah.
Rena says, is he a black woman in a wheelchair? He might be a black woman, but he's not in the wheelchair. I don't. We don't know. We don't know what the identification is.
It's too early.
Alfredo says it's just cel shaded CG models. Alfredo says Japan is the only place they still draw animation by hand. I mean,
Yeah, they didn't fall for like the okey doke. Like when we had Toy Story and those Pixar movies in 3D, they thought like, okay, 3D is a new thing, so we'll just train everyone to do 3D in America, and that's it. Then they took those 3D skills and they do like car commercials and
yeah,
McDonald's stuff and fabric softener stuff, and then they can do like animation work like for Minions or something. Then they end up outsourcing those things too, but
yeah.
it's another story. And then I guess everybody forgot, or they don't teach them, or it's optional to do hand drawn animation. Meanwhile, anime, they're still doing it like because they like it, and it makes money. Like it's weird.
It looks
Like,
better. Brina
it looks better to
says,
me. Yeah.
this is like when they take Piccolo as Black too seriously. But it said, that being said, my PS5 characters' waves are far superior. I agree. Brina actually knows how to draw waves, y'all. Once again, if you're not following her, please follow her. Brina, you can put your link in the chat. Alfredo said Powerhouse is all right, but even they use shortcuts. Yeah, I mean, if the shortcuts are fire, then use them. Even though Studio Mappa has better shortcuts, but that's another problem in itself. But uh,
Hey, we got to start somewhere.
it's a
This country.
man. How to pronounce it? Sorry, man. Name says. To be fair, the animation is not awful, just average.
Yeah, I guess you got to grade on the curve. I mean, you grade in on like other American cartoons, or stuff that originated from America.
I don't even know what the American cartoons are. I ain't gonna lie.
They vary so much, especially in Disney. Like the X-Men 97 is not the same as this, and this is not the same as like um What If. And I
Okay,
guess that's
so
part of the artistic experience, but I guess it makes it then harder to like crank out a sea of cartoons because they're not learning from the last one they made.
yeah,
You can't build on anything.
I guess if I was to pick between this and What If, I'd probably pick this. I don't know. Something about What If kind of throws me off.
Right. It's like trying to be too, it's like it's realistic.
Yeah, I don't know. It
But
annoys
then
me. It
I get
annoys me to look at it. I don't know why.
right.
I'm like, just like, what is this? Um, I thought it says I just like hand drawn animation. Oh, Redoubts here. What's up? Says been a while since I popped in for a stream. Can only make a cameo at this time, but greetings. What's up? What's up? Brina said it. Wait, the third one is Harry. This is Concord's doll over again. Oh, we're gonna get to Concord and all the rest of that stuff in a minute. May Concord rest in peace or something. Havoc it says, is the animation made in America or assembled in America? Oh crap.
That's what I'm saying. We assemble it in
Yeah,
America.
I
We
like
stitch
that.
it together.
I like that. I like that. Manny Name says average animation, cringy current day jargon, lingo. Main character is doing trendy social media fads. Classic theme modernized into pretentious noise for nostalgia bait. That, all that. First of all, when they had the original Spider-Man and then it turned into the rap version, I'm like, oh, stop. Like, please stop. And then, like, Peter's walking out outside and he's doing this. I'm like, yo, who did the person who wrote this, were they 50 years old? It's like, what's that mean? Like, how you doing, fellow kids? Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro.
Trying to appeal to the youth.
I don't get it. Brina says definitely funny. Definitely means racist facts. Did he ever beat the allegations? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look that up.
I think it's an ongoing situation,
Yeah.
right? It's developing.
Murray Cinematics here. What's up? It says Sean the Don, Dan the Man. We real live in 2025. What's up, man? Rena says Black Harry is giving Newbie a real one.
It does have like a Nubia Real One art style to it with the
It does
hard
kind of,
the
yeah,
outline and
yeah. It does kind of do.
yeah. Chat got good. They're spotting on everything. You know what I'm saying? They got an eagle eye. They know what's happening with this cartoon, and that's what the audience is picking up on too. I mean, like there's like Disney diehards, that will love everything they do and say it's great, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like with the streaming competition, with like Netflix and Amazon and whatever whatever other streaming services are out, Paramount Plus, Tubi, Pootie,
Yeah.
Bebo, you know, Tootie, who knows whatever else is coming out. We know all these like weird sounding services. It's like you got to step it up because I mean, bruh. I mean, Don to Don versus this, right? I mean, if they're gonna say we live in a global marketplace, I mean, I'm just saying.
Man, listen.
It's Friday. This drops. It's Friday. Don to Don drops. Where you gonna? You can see both, but I guess but you got to actually get a Disney Plus subscription. Will this make you get a Disney Plus subscription? That's the question. This trailer.
Of course, the one moment I saw this trailer, I was like, I gotta get a Disney. Let me stop. Where am I here? Readout says, in terms of American cartoons, I think we're coming out of the end stage of Tumblr age cartoons. We might be. Rasmus here, what's up? Says, but where's the exaggerated swagger of a black team? Manny Nape says Harry and Norman should be black because wavy hair. I don't understand how. I don't understand. Why did they do this? I feel like they did it because there was waves. Like there was somebody on the team, right?
Yeah.
That had all that. I'm like, no, man. First, stop. Okay, you better respect Norman Osborn's Caucasian waves. Okay, like
I get why they're like trying to have him have, I guess, a more ethnic friend group. We can put it that way. Is that okay?
Give him some friends.
Give him some get us some new friends. Yeah. Yeah, make up some new friends. But I don't.
What the heck? Put Norman back. Like, you know what? Whatever. Because I wasn't going to watch.
It doesn't really matter to me because I think like there's been a disconnect between the comic books and the movies and everything. Like I don't think even did young people even go to the comic book store to read these comics. I feel like they're more clued into manga.
I mean,
at this point,
to what you're saying, realistically, y'all, nobody's going to care about this cartoon. Okay, like nobody's going to care.
I'm just trying to get a gauge on what I'm just trying to get a gauge onto like what the audience is doing, like the people who watch this stuff, if they're watching this, do they care? Like they see the movie and then it's like, oh, this is different and this is different, or they just like they don't care? They're just like, you can just interchange anybody's look.
This is Spider-Man's cool teacher over here. Something.
Yeah.
Let me put this on mute before I like.
Mr. Campbell, he left something in the bathroom.
Deuces.
Yeah, this guy's a big dorcas. I guess he was a dork. I mean, but Peter Parker was more like a keep him to himself, quiet guy, not like some loud, bombastic like Deuces. It's like that's his Spider-Man personality, if anything, like him to be jumping out,
right, exactly,
all this.
Y'all gotta are we like what? Yo,
gotta get the personality right.
We still doing Spider-Boy again, bro? Like,
they want him in high school so bad. And it's like that was such a brief time in like his run, really.
Yo, in the 80s and 90s,
Like
I always remember him being a whole man, bro. He was
he was a whole
married
man. Oh
to
yeah.
a model, bro. Like, what did we do? What is going
He was
on?
already in college. Like, was it Norman Osborn when he was in college at least? Like, it was like Gwen Stacy was his college girlfriend. Like, this is like they want to keep him a perpetual like teenager forever.
I'm a child.
And he has to be at the he and when he's older he gets to spend more time at the Daily Bugle. He gets to like have his own apartment. He doesn't have to like worry about school. It's like it's more integrated,
That's when it's
you
coming out?
know. But they want kids to watch it, so they're like, oh, it's in high school. They think kids like things that are just in high school, even though that doesn't really matter.
First of
Like
all, see, that's the
kids will
wrong
watch.
date because on January 29th, it's too close to February, and kids are gonna be too busy playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. Is that what's it called?
Oh yeah,
No, I'm kidding, y'all. Nobody's gonna be playing that. But anyway,
that's right.
yeah. So
So I
there's
don't know if they'll like that, but if you're talking about liking stuff, like the video. It
oh
helps us in
yes,
the algo. If you would just hit that like button, it'll send the message out to the rest of the people on the interwebs, and they can catch the stream.
yep. All right, let me get
So I don't know. So what's the verdict on Spider-Man?
nothing. I got no verdict on this man. Like I just thought the funniest thing about Spider Man was Beau DeMayo reaction to it.
Yes, that was an interesting development in the Beau DeMayo saga.
If Beau DeMayo did not react to this, I wouldn't have been talking about it on the stream. I'm not even gonna lie, yo.
Yes, it's just another
I didn't even watch
corporate
the
product.
trailer until Beau DeMayo reacted to it.
Right.
That's how much I did not care. I was just like, all right, cool, whatever, man. Y'all gotta excuse my voice, by the way.
Yeah. I didn't watch like they have more traditional like style animation coming out of these superhero projects.
They won't, because they can't. They can't. They can't do it. They are mentally incapable.
They have no faith in America.
What happened?
Who has faith in America? Who will?
I have faith in America. I just have no faith in.
Who's running America?
Yeah, there you go. Like, who? I
In
have no
every
faith in
sector.
who's running the American entertainment industries at this
Right.
current time.
Correct.
I don't want to make it
Right.
like pure, Mad Max
Yeah.
dismal, like,
I feel it. Understandable.
what's this, like the billionth time a series has Peter in high school? Can he do anything else with him anymore? Apparently not. I mean,
No, he just lives in high school forever.
that's it. And then if he can't grow too much, except because then he's gonna be like, I don't know, struck down by Paul or something. Yo, imagine they try to bring Paul to an animated or a live action project, bro.
I bet they can't wait.
I might lose it. Like that's what my like if they bring in Paul, that might be like I usually don't care that much, but like if they bring in Paul, I might have like a 2 hour video. Like I'm
I never understand why these 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 cartoons or these movies are always having a shortage of what to do. I mean, don't they have like thousands and thousands of comic books sitting on a shelf somewhere? It's with plots that they could just grab off and the shelf, just like
they don't care.
adapting stuff. It's like,
It's
how
like they
bad
treat
can they? It can't be any worse. Some comic book written in like 1986 can't be any worse than what they produce here or anywhere else. Like in terms of the writing, like Deuces. I mean, like even a dialogue in some old comic gotta be better than this. Like, and you can, I don't know,
I don't know. I don't get it.
weird.
But anyhow, y'all, we're gonna move in and we're gonna try to go at a brisk pace of
Yes, we
the
got a lot to
year
cover.
in review right now. Okay. Uh some of the stuff I'll show on screen, some of the stuff I won't because y'all know them well. 2024. 2024 was crazy. I say was like it's over, but it's about to be over, right?
Nope.
Yeah, it was 2024 was a wild year. I'm not gonna lie. 2024 Oh man, actually, I'm thinking about stuff that I didn't even jot down myself. What did we start off with? 2024 started off. I felt like I don't know what movies happened like in the beginning. Oh, Madam Web.
Yes, Madam Web.
Madam Web, okay. And I'm not showing that on screen. Okay. Madam Web, the movie that was so apparently, because I didn't watch it, horrendous that the actresses were like talking crap. Okay. Like that's how, yeah. And if you want to tie that with the last movie that just came out this month, and the movie that I know all of you've seen, right? Which is Craven, which got
Yeah.
got a buck 50 in the box office or something like that. And Sony is sitting here saying like, oh, I heard some Sony execs apparently saying that like, oh, you guys should check out these movies, they're really good. Or somebody said what was it, promotion was the problem as to why Madam Web was not viewed. Like, accountability, no, I don't know. Like that's delusion. I think they should take their properties and sell it off. Okay. And then what else you had? Gaming wise, we had, you remember this sucker? Hold on. Boom. Remember these? Remember these people? Damn, even the Joker looks sad here.
It's time to say goodbye after 4 seasons. That's 4 more than I thought it was going to get. Like, I mean,
yeah.
3 more at least.
But the 4th season should have been the first season, and the other 3 seasons shouldn't have happened. Right. I mean, okay, sorry. The base game shouldn't have happened. We all remember, right? What happened in the squad game, right, y'all? Batman got capped. Boom. The head. The Flash body got quote unquote desecrated by fluids, and then what was it? John Stewart got called, one of the good ones, and yeah, it was a bad time. It was a bad time. The game. I don't even know if the game ever made numbers. I think it was like it started off okay.
Right.
It started off okay, and then they brought out the Joker. And then I think around or a little before that time, Helldivers 2 came out. And that just that just blew the squad out the water. And then as if they were gonna bring any kind of help to help them, who did they bring out? Mrs. Freeze. Done. Done. Game done. Party done, bro. It's over.
Yeah, that was a character that was going to save the franchise. Mrs. Freeze. Mrs. Freeze drop. It's like the Fonz on Happy Days. It's like Urkel on Family Matters. It's
that was the hook.
Whatever. Yeah, it's the breakout character, bro. You know, they're getting out the hood with that one. Like, in what dimension is that possible? They could think Mrs. Freeze was gonna be the new hotness.
They really thought they were doing something, man.
I was like the Wolverine of the squad.
And then they sealed their fate. And then it was time for Helldivers 2. By the way, still have the game, still love the game. And then Helldivers 2 kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Wow.
They had I can't remember what was it first. First they had their community managers.
They started banning people or stuff.
Yeah, there was like some little controversy where like the community managers were, they were a little part of the sensitive crowd, and people weren't allowed to express any I think I should go back and
a community around gaming, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of community.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a community going on right now in terms of entertainment. I don't know. There's a film community, there's the video game community, there's the comic book community, of course. Many communities right now, and it's like, after a while, can we just be like individuals playing video games? Because once you need a community, you need a community manager.
And the community, for some reason, nobody can find a good community manager that's not insane. I don't understand. So yeah, so that happened. And then as it says in the chat, uh game balancing. Now this is something that I know about because I was playing the game. And some of the weapons would be great, and then they'll just patch it and then it'll be terrible, and they kept messing with it. So yeah. Um I played it the other no, I played it last week. I played it last week and they seem to have tried to bounce back from their missteps, but it did have a great start. Also, before I even leave the era of Helldivers and the squad game, that's when quote unquote Gamergate 2 popped off.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because that's when Kabruta started the the sweet baby what was it, Finder or something, and then
Oh,
there was a whole thing, and then blah 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 blah, and we know that whole drama already, y'all.
yeah, it's still going on, and it's just sanity, and it's just I don't know. Like, I think people want to just escape into things,
Yes.
but it seems like all these controversies always like come back to the surface and just becomes something you can never escape. And I mean, it also didn't help that it coincided with the 2024 presidential election.
Yeah, no. Oh, of course.
So everybody was all like riled up and ramped up. And I don't know, maybe the intersection between politics and entertainment ain't going away anytime soon. Like maybe things won't calm down. Just be like, even this game had to have some kind of social commentary on like certain things. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I think the problem is that I think that the audience is done. Like, the audience is fatigued. They just want to have fun.
I mean, there's a difference
That
between. Think about this. There's a difference between like, oh, I'm going to express politics, right? Like, oh, Metal Gear
there are people.
Solid,
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 2, the Patriots. You know, it's like, oh, that's a cool idea. It's like, oh man, this overarching evil shadow entity, and then the difference between that and like this. Y'all remember this, right?
Right. And her power is to like what was it? What was this? Her powers?
To speak and make people do things against their will.
She was bullying her enemies and like guilt tripping them.
Yes, and her team members too. I don't know. She was not a good person. She didn't seem to be. To be
Putting people through struggle sessions, like some kind of pundit on cable TV and stuff.
Right.
And this is her like superpower, and it's just like, what is this? Like, and there's a reason why like games like Stellar Blade like just took off,
Yeah.
just and the critics in the beginning were trying to be like, oh, this is just like derivative, flashy, I don't know, games to get kids riled up because the lead character is hot or something, and then people were just like, yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm good with that. Something that's like looks awesome, and there's no like political thing happening that's gonna shame me, and just people doing martial arts and big swords. It's just like that's what they wanted. That's what, yeah, give me that.
Yeah, and it did well. It did really
Yeah,
well.
only because it sticks out from the crowd, because it's like he really went for it. Like, Hyung Tae Kim said, oh, guess it's a lack of eroticism in games, and he went off. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
He
yeah,
took the ball and ran with it, and ran like past the 10-yard line into the touchdown zone, past the stadium into the parking lot. Like,
I guess if I guess I'll see how extreme it is too if I actually finally play the game when it comes to PC. Speaking of which, like, hold on, let me see if I can just give me a second, y'all. Cause this is Metacritic. So I just y'all gotta come on. I gotta
but I feel like this game was never destined to be like a big seller. I
no
mean,
no 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 no
it didn't even have a marketing budget like what Concord had,
Oh, Concord. We gotta get on that in a
because
second.
that was the big one. you know, that was the big one. That was the $400 million. They're working on it for years. I'm sure many catered lunch was had in the development of this game, and
Right.
yada yada, and it all resulted in the game getting canned in was it a couple weeks? Less than a month? I can't remember anymore. But it did not last very long, you know. And it was kind of like the anti Stellar Blade, you know. It's like they had
It
like a
was.
glimpse of what Stellar Blade was going to be, and said, "I'm doing the complete opposite of
No,
Stellar
you're right.
Compass," and that's what's going to sell.
Yeah.
And they're so confident that that would sell that they've spent so much time and money into it, hoping that like this generation, it's speaking to their generation. You know what I mean?
Wait, you talking about this or Concord?
Concord.
Oh, Concord. Yeah, I don't. What was it? Alleged $400 million.
Allegedly. You
Allegedly.
know, I think, you know, some other pundits are debating that and
So
saying it's
somebody
not
tried to
true,
say
but
it
even if
was.
it costs like 200 million, it's like, and Sony just like got rid of it, just yanked it.
I
No
feel like.
remorse.
I feel like. By the way, y'all, I just wanted to expand the screen so you could see the reviews of this game with it. That's the Metacritic score of the critics versus the user score.
Right.
With
And the
Dustborn
critic score isn't that hot either. It's like 68.
68.
But like that's a 1.1.
That's a 1.1 for Dustborn, y'all.
Right. And I mean, I guess these people, the people who make games,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't think they just make them for fun. Like it's too much of a money sink, you know, to just do a game for, you know, s and giggles.
I wouldn't think anybody's making a game just to make a game. It's too much hard work.
Right. So they would need some kind of a profit motive. And they could say that this was review bombed by, I guess, people who don't share their politics, but either way, it's still got a 1.1. It's like that's not good, you know.
I seen enough playthroughs. The game is really bad. I
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Yeah.
It
Didn't
it
seem
doesn't
very
excel at
appealing.
any gameplay style, and the
Right.
storyline's cringe. And I'm like, what is? Then the guy who made the one of the head of the game, I believe he was, came out and said he was confused by the reception of the game. I'm like, and I, by the way, I'm still trying to find the article, but if somebody could let me know, I was almost certain that I read that the inspiration for Dustborn was the previous Trump presidency. Like I could have sworn they said that, which is insane, by the way. Like that's your motivation. Like okay, but well, before I go into the next topic, let's read some of these comments too. Rita says, Madam Web was so hilarious, it gave everyone joy laughing at it. Also, a rare case where the cast and the audience were unified at laughing at it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they were just
low
like,
key wanna watch it for fun.
even like the I saw
You
you
saw
know
it?
no, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I saw like I saw a commercial or whatever on YouTube
Mhm,
for it, and it had Sydney Sweeney played Spider Woman, or
mhm.
and she basically just said like, "Oh, I was looking at a comic and I thought she looked cool when she was hanging upside down in the panel, so I just told the director I want to do that, and I did it." And that was all she basically said about the the movie. Really, it was just like I just
Sheesh.
kind of just wanted to have that shot, and then I'm happy.
Oh my
And
god.
then like the press tour, they were like, you know, she was, you know, they were dissing it on Saturday Night Live. Like she went there to say like, "Oh, I'm in Madam Web," and it already flopped. And she's just like joking that it flopped. And then at the premiere, they're just like wearing their, you know, their skimpy outfits to like get press attention because that's all they can do because this movie was a flop. So things were flopping in a lot of entertainment spheres at one time. So you had like Madam Web, video games, and it just seems to signal that the audience is like not responding to this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Also,
Like they want to see Spider-Man. They don't want to see
Yeah,
like all these ancillary characters that
Craven right
don't mean anything. Craven. They could deny you the fun. They could deny you what you want to see. Like they don't have to work with the audience on any level, like any basic level anyway. Like I realize art is like comes from the artist and the demand comes from the supply.
now.
But at some point you have to give them basic meat and potatoes, Like you just can't sell things. I mean, you can sell things without nutritional value, but at the end of the day, like when the guy's like walking around sickly and having scurvy and stuff, he's gonna wonder, well, how come there was no vitamin C in the orange juice?
Right.
You just have to get some fundamentals.
Uh, I don't get it, man.
Like if you're gonna make political propaganda, like you might as well have Eve doing it. Maybe she can get people to vote.
Yeah, right. She would have Eve build back better. No.
Yeah, maybe people would. That's how they did propaganda back in the day. I mean, they
Right.
would have like. I'm just saying, if they're
It would have made me not buy it, I tell you, but maybe for anybody else it would have.
yeah, they'd be like, whoa, okay. I mean, that's how they got everybody on board with it back in the day.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, hold on. I'm gonna get through the comments and then we'll go on. Havoc said, bro, the TikTok ads for Craven made me go out of my way to avoid it. Sheesh. Rena says, I didn't realize Craven came out. Yeah, it's out. You missing it right now. You gotta go out there and no, don't. I mean, actually do whatever you want on. But
true.
Havoc says the game bound. Oh yeah, sorry, I read that already. Said computers didn't start it. It was there for a minute. Chris Kendrick. Yeah, I remember that whole thing. Yeah, I remember the chronological order. I'm just going through it too fast. Havoc says sweet baby detective. Yep. Apparently,
Yes.
a lot of their subsidiaries are having trouble right now. Apparently, one of their subs or companies or something. I might be misquoting that, so you guys could go look this up because people more informed than me are reporting on this. But they're doing they're doing Patreons now because they're running out of money. I mean, that's because everybody nobody's buying the game that's being attached to Sweet Baby. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Um, Brina said it
I,
just happened to see it go down in real time when I checked Twitter feed on the whim. Okay. Uh, Brina said it's funny because if Stellar Blade came out in the PS3 era, it wouldn't have been a leaf in the wind. Oh, it
that's
would have
true.
been. It was sorry. It would have been a leaf in the wind. Yeah, because you're right.
Yeah, because that was like the default. Now it's like people starve for anything. It doesn't look like this.
It's like when John
On
Wick came out
screen.
and we had no action movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and his
Don't
name is
give me the
just
superhero
John.
movies. Excuse action movies. Y'all know what I mean by the action
It's
movie.
rated R, not some PG-13
Right.
thing. Rated R with like a guy running in explosions and doing martial arts and with a gun.
Right.
And there was nothing like that except for like what Jason Statham sometimes with a transporter or whatever. Or Liam Neeson who's like
Liam Neeson
70 or
sometimes.
something.
All I had to me as my quality was John Wick and the two Raid movies.
Yes, and the Raid is like it's limited release foreign film, so it's not going to blow up. But
Right.
John Wick blew up, and people, oh, John Wick, go watch that because that's what Keanu Reeves is the only one delivering the goods.
This 60-year-old man, y'all working him to the bone.
They're working our seniors too hard, guys. Like
Yeah,
these
seriously.
days,
It's
this
ridiculous.
guy Sylvester Stallone's in the Tulsa King, still beat people up. This guy's like almost 80 years old.
Then you got what's his name, Aaron in freaking Craven, and you wasted him in a apparently a garbage film.
Right? Can we change the screen on the boom?
Oh, I'm gonna just turn it off now. Get dustborn.
People should be looking at that too long.
It says, Brina says, not only were they working on for years, they blew 200 million on their own. Oh, we're talking about Concord, right? Readout says, "My eyes don't see too well, but I believe I see a lot of red in a lot of red in the user rating bar." Yes, that was a 1.1. Reader says, "If anyone is making a game just to make it, they are doing it on the side or as a hobby." I'm actually following a good handful of people who are doing some pretty freaking cool um indie games. To be honest, one day I should do either a video or a live, like highlighting their trailers because they're freaking awesome. And I know I ain't gonna get copyright hit by them because they're trying to, make a name for themselves. Uh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. What else did we? Oh, so yeah, we were talking about Concord because around Concord, a lot of interesting things were happening, right? So first of all, Borderlands came out. The
The
movie.
movie?
The movie, yes. Borderlands, the movie. Borderlands, the movie came out. And apparently that flopped big time. I didn't see the movie. Um, but that's neither here nor there. And then also that was August. August was bad.
Yeah, it's a weird month.
And you had this in August too. You had uh
The Crow. Yeah, this one was weird. When that trailer came out, I don't know. It was like shocking. Shockingly bad. Like it's like they saw The Crow and said that we're not doing any of that. We're going to do what we want to do. I mean, this is one thing I don't understand about franchises. Like when they buy like Star Wars or they buy like The Crow or I think that they just bought them just to make some easy money.
mm-hmm.
Like they bought The Crow because he looked cool, and then they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that." Like you bought it, because you thought it looked cool, right? They're like, "No, yeah, but no." Well, in that photo right there, he looked like DMC Dante a little bit, but then you zoom in, it's like he's got that mullet hairdo.
It's like if Reboot Dante and the Tiger King had a baby, then this would be it.
And this movie was insta flop.
Wait,
I
I
didn't think
got
it
a
was top
question. Is
five.
this article I'm looking at? I know it's old, obviously, but that's not the total money it made, right? Give me a second. Let me look this up. Can't be. Hold on. It can't be. There ain't no
I mean, it's
way
a
in the
wide release.
pro box office.
And that's tough. I mean, I feel like you saw. Did anybody watch the original Crow? That was like a
Original
masterpiece.
Crow is the most awesome comic book movie. I was refusing to watch. Okay, that's what it made. Okay, so world. No, sorry. Um, in the U.S., it made 24 million.
Yeah, that'd be good if it was like an indie movie.
What was his budget?
People in a restaurant or something. But it cost more than $24 million. I'm surprised it made $24 million.
Funny enough, the original Crow cost 23 million to make.
Yeah, well, that's '90s money.
Yeah, of course. Got to account for inflation. Uh,
The budget was $50 million,
ha,
and they only made $24 million. Yeah, that's a dub. Bad, bad.
Oh.
And $50 million is like kind of a conservative amount in terms of budget these days for a movie like that, like some action adventure thing.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they had a lower budget and they hope to get a bigger return, but they could even exceed 50 mil. It's like sad. But they did it to themselves because, I mean, they went so far off the source material that
Did this?
honestly, it even like the fans of it didn't endorse it the fans of it were making YouTube videos hating it. Like I think like Snarky J made like 7 videos on it, like
Facts.
how it stunk, and then she got like a writer who made a book about the crow and had them do some kind of literary analysis of how the original was better, and eventually like these videos catch wildfire and people copy those videos, and it's like there's no real reason for like your movie to have that much bad press off of a trailer. People should be excited from a trailer.
I'm trying to.
These are from the fans, so the fans are out. They checked out,
Right.
Then all you have left are just people who just, I don't know, they saw the trailer and actually thought it was cool, but then there wasn't enough in the trailer to be cool. There was no fight scenes except for the end. He like, I don't know, he pulled out his gun and pulled out a sword at the end, but it was like 2 seconds of that. And it was like some, I don't know, refried Joker and Harley Quinn stuff from Doomed Romance. His tattoos on his face, like it's just dumb. Like, it's just dumb.
50 million, bro. This was the movie where this was the trailer where I would have crashed out. Like I would like if I
did
had
crash
watched
out.
What happened?
I was on Twitter and I did crash out. Crashed out for like a few days. You might have been why I left with it. It just said the American entertainment industry has failed. This is all we got now. It's this. How do you watch the original Crow and make this?
Oh, I don't know. This is the one that hurt the most this year.
This dude's haircut, yo. They took like, I don't know. It's like some dude ate some Captain Crunch out the bowl, flipped it over. You know what I'm saying? Sipped the milk and then stuffed it on his head and gave him a buzz cut. Right around there, like Friar Tuck with a mullet shag in the back, and I'm like, why? I said, yo, that's Eric Draven. That's the Crow. The kids are gonna love it. And I get what the director's going for. I don't know. He thinks he's probably watching some, I don't know. He said trying to find out what the kids are into, bro. He saw some TikTok video. He saw a Little Peep video from, I don't know, 9 years ago. And he was like, this is the new, he saw like some out of Florida videos of people on jet skis and stuff, and was like, all right, this is what Crow should look like, because that's what kids like, I think. And I'm like, no, dude, it's goth, bro.
Like, why?
It's just stop.
Why would
don't do this?
I don't understand. This movie definitely shouldn't have ever happened.
It was so bad. The original director of The Crow, Alice Proyas, went on Facebook to like diss it. It's just like,
I forgot about that.
Unprofessional behavior, but hilarious behavior.
There's one time I allow for professionals to be unprofessional.
This was like beyond the pale.
Yo, this joint got a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes and 30% on Metacritic. Oh my lord.
And I think I don't know, I feel like the people who own this property, like they made so many failed Crow sequels, they have to be familiar with the original because they keep making these things. So why did they make this so bad? It's like they didn't know that this movie had a fan base or something.
I don't get it.
So they went out of their way to like alienate it, like really hard.
Proyas opened up his MySpace for this.
Exactly, yo. You had to figure out the boomer tech, like just to type in "I hate this" a lot.
Yo.
In all caps.
I think he dissed it on Facebook, right? Like, was it?
Yeah, yes, Facebook.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When he did that, I was dying, bro. I was like, yes.
Well, they kicked him out of Hollywood because of the Gods of Egypt movie he made. They said that he didn't have enough, like, I don't know, Middle Eastern people in it or something, but. And
man, listen.
And then they didn't forgive him. They didn't like let him like live, even though he made like The Crow and Dark City, and
you can forgive him for one thing.
It's like, who cares? It was even like, who cares, bro? Like, look what happens when great directors get kicked to the curb. You get like dudes like this that take over. They spring up. That's probably why they do kick them to the curb. Like they all don't come out to defend anybody because then they could take over and then this is what they make. You know, it's like
I'm gonna have to move on
they
from
make
this one because
this.
this one is getting me mad. Like just thinking about it.
This was like the worst. It just showed like how low like Hollywood would like they didn't even
Uh,
try. And I mean, this actor is like, you know,
yeah,
it's up and coming, and
I don't even hate Bill Skarsgård, y'all. Like I don't dislike him. I just
I'm sure he did what he could do with this, but I don't know. It is what it is.
I remember I think I posted on Twitter. I said if I catch any of you artists doing fan art of the new Crow, you gonna hear from me.
Yeah, I saw no new fan art of the new Crow. I saw no fan art.
Yeah, thank
And that's what they
God.
probably thought. There would be fan art of like the new Shelly and him, and they thought like that would be like the new fan art. Like it did not happen. Did not happen.
Yo, if I see that, bro, I might have started the
Halloween
24.
came, there was no cosplay. February came, there was no Valentine's Day memes, TikTok edits, or fan cams. Okay,
At all. We had more Harley Quinns off of a half baked Sushi Squad movie, the first one. We had more Harley Quinns off of that. Or this new Crow, nothing. All right, this never should have made. This might have been the worst moment of 2024. Well, okay, no. So the real worst moment of 2024 was Concord, but I mean,
but we're not emotionally attached to Concord. Like,
yeah, I don't care. This is my worst.
Like,
my worst moment of 2024 was the Crow remake existed. The joint should never happen.
Concord was fascinating because it's like, you know,
oh yeah,
it's like some kind of recognition that there had to be some kind of right. It was like it was sort of like it was actually hopeful in a way because it was actually a recognition of like, hey, we got to get around quality control. Like this has to matter somehow. So Sony stepped in and just like swiftly said, we gotta rethink this. This movie though, they kind of went the whole way, and I don't know, but it's all lessons learned. I mean, the director in hindsight is probably like, what did I do, bro?
Yeah, never do
it
that
is
again.
What it
bro.
is.
I guess everybody deserves another chance, but never do that again. Ever. That's cancelable behavior. Oof, all right, get the
Brina said, look, the Gods of Egypt movie was trifling, but look at this we got now. Let him back in.
Facts. Like, please. Like, I don't even care anymore.
He trying.
I don't even care anymore. Just let him back, bro.
Rasmus said he was just following orders.
Dang.
Hey, I don't know. There's another group that was trying to follow orders too, you know.
Yeah. It turned out too well.
No forgiveness for those dudes. But I mean, who knows what's going behind the scenes? Maybe they told him to change it. They're like, look, we can't do that old stuff. No one's listening to that kind of music anymore. Let's have him have some rap, rock fusion. Like, remember the trailer, that Crow trailer they had? Like, it was like the mashup of like the most clout chasing, pandering to all audiences theme song. Like, what was this? They had like Travis Scott, Ozzy Osbourne, and Post Malone on the same song, and I was like, where is the goth? Where's the industrial? This is like, so it's trying to engineer some,
without the soundtrack.
Top 40 hits. I don't know. I think in The Crow in the 90s, we're just lucky that music was popular at the time that they could even make something like that. They're like, oh, look, that's making money. Oh, okay, you want to do that? Okay, fine. I'll let you do whatever the hell you want to do. But when it's not popular and you got to like convince people to put things that are cool, that's not charting.
Yeah.
That's the real fight. You know, that's the real fight.
All right, let me move on to the other stuff, because if not, I'll talk about The Crow for the rest of this stream. It never happened, never, ever. Happened. Matter of fact, it didn't happen. That's my new joint. I'm gonna be delusional. Like it just
make up your own reality, bro.
Yeah, I'm not my own. My truth is that. Are they still saying my?
That's right, my truth.
Yeah,
that's the new jam.
You know, The Crow remake never happened, and yeah, that's it. Here's something else that hardly happened too. Y'all remember this? Remember Unknown Nine?
Barely. Oh yes, I remember this now. This was
Yeah, this was
the co-star of the Witcher
yes.
Netflix series. They made a game built around her or
Yep.
something, her star power, and and I guess it flopped, right? This game didn't do well on the Steam.
No, no, not at all. I mean, I should have some screenshots up of this thing just so y'all could this game. I remember seeing this game and I'm like, yo, why does this joint look like a PS3 game? And we on PS5, right? Last I checked. Yeah, it looked bad. Okay, it just looked bad, and they can't even get. I just looked it up in the images. I can't even get a screenshot. They don't even want me to know what it looks like. But there's a bunch of people that were playing it, so y'all could y'all could go and check out if you want to see gameplay of it. I think did Veradar play 109? I can't remember if she did. Or was it Savi?
It seems like people in the chat do not remember this game at all. Like,
Nobody remembers this game. Okay, yeah, we're gonna move on from this because it wasn't funny enough to know about,
not funny. Period.
and it just like it was fun. It was funny for 1 week, and then it was over. Which is why we said the craziest news of 2024 is Concord, because that was funny for like 6 months, from the trailer till now. Oh, then we also had Fair Games, but that game's not coming out. We just had the trailer for that. If y'all even remember that. Back to the movie side, we had oh boy, um, was this the biggest box office bomb? Joker.
Yeah, Joker. Yeah,
I
Joker
didn't see Joker.
was. I saw
You
Joker.
saw the Joker, yeah.
I did see Joker. And it's kind of a funny film. Like it costs so much. It costs like over like $100 million,
Mm-hmm.
and it just took place like in like a couple rooms, like a courtroom and a couple of jail cells, and some regular classroom of jail people.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like elaborate sets, you know what I mean? It's not like they were building Gotham City from scratch like the Tim Burton or the Batman movies from Snyder or anything like that. Nothing was crazy or out of control. Like near the end, like Joker's running around like in the city for like 5 minutes. It had to be like 5 minutes. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even that long. And it couldn't cost that much. But apparently the excess of the film, and it was like people watched this thing and they were like, why am I watching? And it was billed as a musical. And there's barely any songs in it. Like they didn't even like make songs. They were like cover songs.
Oh.
And they were barely sung like because they were going for some kind of lazy delivery with the songs. It was like they wanted to make a musical, but then decided not to try. And they decided that it'd be more artsy for them not to try. They were like doing an musical, which makes no sense. And people trying to find out there's a hidden meaning to it or anything like that that they missed, and it's not really. No, it's like Joker gets spoiler. Joker is in jail. They have a trial for Joker.
Mm-hmm.
He loses the trial because he renounces his whatever. Like he wimps out. Like he doesn't want to be Joker anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
then he like briefly like I don't know, they arrange some kind of thing. He runs around. He gets I don't know. Should I spoil Joker? Should I spoil it? It's not even like worth anything, but so I won't spoil it. But you get the idea. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
not giving. It was not giving the audience anything. Like, and I know like they say give the audience what they want, and I don't know what they think that they want. They want Joker to be like running around Gotham City planning crimes and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to do something different than that, which is fine. But what they gave us wasn't good. That
Sorry.
that popular scenario
Mm-hmm.
is better than this. I would have taken that than this.
Hmm. What would you
And it was kind
give?
of sad because like I think like Lady Gaga, she like made an album like based off of this movie, like
Oh
it's like
man,
a
she thought
secret
it was.
album, like it was gonna blow up, and it did not.
If you're gonna rate it out of something, what would you rate it?
Right. Well, out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
eh, 4, 3, something like that.
Mm.
4, I guess. I
Sheesh.
don't know. I mean, I saw it through the whole way. It wasn't like me trying to turn it off midway. Like it's,
Right, right, right. Sheesh.
and I saw it at home. I didn't like see it like in the
Right.
theater, so it was like went to digital super quick, like because this movie flopped.
I
So I'm not
remember.
like super mad. Like the people who actually bought tickets and wore the face paint and went into the theater, they were the ones that were like tripping, like no.
I remember at that time they were oh yeah, I went to an event, right? And then my girl was like, "Hey, you want to see a movie?" And then she gave me a list of 3 movies that were out at the time. It was Joker, The Wild Robot, or the Venom movie.
Mhm.
So yeah, after I walked out the Wild Robot, I thought it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To be fair, I don't know if the third Venom is any good or not. I don't know. I only saw the
There,
first Venom.
yeah, there's an actor, huge YouTuber, comedian, Tim Dillon. He was in this movie playing a security guard.
Mhm.
And after the movie came out on opening weekend, he said that he was ashamed to be in it. It was the worst movie ever made. And even when he was on set, he felt like they didn't know what they were doing.
Ever made, bro?
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know if it's the worst movie ever made. Like, I've seen some really bad movies. Like,
Yeah, it can't be ever made. Like ever made is kind of crazy.
yeah, yes. I was like, dang, ever made? No, it's not the worst movie ever made, but what is the worst movie ever made?
Ever made
Like this got to be like one
a
movie that
movie
if
on
it's on,
Tubi?
yeah, 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 like
One of them black movies on Tubi.
with the those are funny, like so they have
Well, I guess they have
value,
entertainment value because they are funny.
but like something that is like completely garbage, I can't think. I'm trying to think, there's got to be one movie that's like really bad. Maybe people in the
The
chat can name
Room.
their. Well, The Room is funny though. Like we laugh at The Room. Like every scene is like hysterical unintentionally.
Right.
But like something that you just see and it's like I hate this. Like I can't stand that they made this. I will never watch this if it's on for free on television. If there's someone in the room, I'll make them change the channel. Like there's got to be a movie like that. Like I'm trying to think. I just try to avoid crap so much that I can't think of one right
Can't
now.
think. I don't know.
It's something that betrayed the franchise or something. Like it's can't think of anything. Like I've
I'm
seen some bad ones, like Beverly Hills Cop. Like I tried watching 3 and it was pretty bad, or like RoboCop 3 or something like that. But even that had RoboCop in it. I mean, like,
right.
but this one I can see why. Like, I figure this movie Joker is just a metaphor for like a disgruntled director that doesn't want to make a sequel to a movie, and the
Mm.
Joker represents him. That's what I think. And Harley represents, I don't know, the studio plant muse that tries to get him to make this movie. At the end, he can't commit,
Mm.
just like him. I guess that's what it was about. I don't know. But no one wants to see a movie like that. And I guess with the amount of money they spent on it, they could have made like I don't know,
Something else.
yeah, something else. Definitely,
Well,
they could have made like 4 more Raid movies.
I mean, facts.
In the chat, they said worst movie ever made is what's that? Birth of a Nation. We're talking morally. I guess morally. I guess that would be like morally the worst movie ever made.
Mm.
I guess technically in some kind of film student
Right.
way, I guess even that racist movie had like it invented like the dolly shot or something. So
Oh yeah, I
it
did hear
had
that.
and a bunch of other film techniques, tracking shots or something like that. So what did Joker invent? I don't know.
Frustration. I
I
don't
guess frustration.
know. I mean, it didn't invent frustration in movie storytelling,
But I
but
guess like yeah, maybe reformation. I would say so because you. I mean, who wants to see that? Even if it had like cracky shots in it, I think.
right,
Guess you're still gonna film the story in, but like it's not like an enjoyable watch. It's brazen, I tell you that.
right.
Not for good reasons.
Rena said the last Airbender. I didn't see that
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah, Shyamalan. Yeah, he can put out something that's kind of wacky. He had a movie this year too, right? The visit, the not the visit. That was with the old people. Trap.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, that was kind of that was kind of
I didn't even know.
like that was kind of brother
Brother.
yeah.
Brother. Rasmus
Rasmus
said
said The
this.
Spirit. Never saw it,
I
but
never
I heard
saw
it's
that
pretty
either.
bad. I just feel bad for Frank Miller, that she let him direct one of these movies, and that was a bad one to direct too, I guess, because it's like not only is he messed up his directorial solo debut, not
Hmm.
Sin City, but The Spirit.
Yeah.
It tanked. Sam Jackson was in it. It was just like it tanked, and like who else was going on? Oh, it was Will Eisner too. He was like adapting Will Eisner, and it just like I just kind of feel bad for Frank. That's why I don't want to watch it. Yeah, Redon says, yeah, the Birth of a Nation set the framework for yeah, Birth of a Nation set a framework for film cinema for next century while also setting back his what's to say historiography on the Civil War by a century. Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
It's complicated. Uh Redon says, isn't the spirit the one where Sam Jackson is a Yahtzee? I believe so. I didn't see it. That's weird. I remember him
Wait.
wearing like a hat or something. I don't know if he was
Wait. What?
I don't he was trying to like Sin City up the spirit, I think.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, let's get off the track. What was some other stuff that was going on this year?
So we have a couple movies that I'm just speed through. Bad Boys 4 came out. Thought it was okay.
Yeah, did the job, like Will Smith, he needed that one,
Yeah,
He had that one in his
cause yeah.
back pocket after the slap incident. Shocked the nation, He disappeared for a little bit. I think he had a movie coming out where he played like what's the movie about the slave and he's fighting with the against the Confederacy and stuff. And then that was probably gonna be his next nominee thing, but
Hmm.
after the slap, they were like they didn't want to hear the Academy didn't want to hear from Smith again.
Yeah, no, 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 they didn't.
So, but he had this one thing in his back pocket, another Bad Boy sequel. And he was like, hey guys, remember Mike Lowry? I remember all these years he never had time for Mike Lowry. He was like making all these movies,
Yeah, now he had time for Michael.
like all these weird movies like Focus and all this other stuff that nobody
Stuff I
cared
didn't
about.
even
Like
see.
he didn't want to make Independence Day 2 and all this other stuff. He was like, I'm moving on. I don't do sequels. But he made it and it was all right. I mean, that's all. It was
Yeah, it was cool.
it
I
had
liked it.
action.
Then we
Crowd
also
pleaser.
had Furiosa. It was like the best in eyed
Got a picture of
entertainment.
Furiosa.
Not even. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
Yeah, Furiosa did. I guess it didn't hit the marks that they wanted to. These movies are too expensive. That's the thing. It's
That
like
yes.
they can't get a budget back on like making a Furiosa film like so long after Mad Max came out and didn't star anybody from Mad Max or Charlize or it didn't continue the story. Like prequels is tough for people, you know what I mean?
It is.
Because I don't know if the mind really wants to go backwards all the time. Unless it's like a mega super duper hit like The Hobbit. I mean like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but like it's always weird with a prequel because you already know the person's gonna live because
Yeah, it's kind of like. I mean, I saw the movie. First of all, I thought it was a little overlong.
yeah.
That's number
I
one.
mean I mean they were still like trying and it was like, with the stunts and
Oh
everything. There's
yeah, but
achievement
it's
on
something
technical
about it
levels.
was not. as cool as Fury Road, and I can't place my finger on it. I feel like the stunts in Fury Road were cooler, to be honest. Something,
Right.
something was missing. I did not dislike the movie. Like it just did not.
I mean, you compare it to like stuff like The Crow, Madam Web, Joker. I mean, like this movie is like
I mean, oh, well, I
The
mean,
Godfather Part
yeah, I was
Two. I
about to say
mean, like
Furiosa versus like Madam Web is, you know what I'm saying? Like it is obviously, you know.
Ant-Man and Quantumania and stuff like this, and it's flooring it. But I don't know, maybe like the audience was just like fatigued with big movies like that. Not
But
really sure.
like I tell you what, like if we're talking about like prequels, like the ballerina is gonna do better than Furiosa. Granted, it comes out. When's the ballerina even coming out? Actually,
We don't know really.
ooh,
We'll
okay,
see.
never mind on that. Like, let me hold my thought on that. Because the longer you wait, like you know,
Right. So that came out. So what else came out? What else was going on?
ah, Ghostbusters movie.
Oh, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yeah, the freak was that. That was this
Yeah,
year.
I believe it was, but it had to be
Am I
earlier in the
bugging?
year.
Like I feel it. Hold on, let me double check that.
Frozen Empire. Yep, 2024. It was March.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Surprised I don't remember that. Yeah, it had a budget of 100 million, and it made 200 million, 202 million. So I guess it hooked a 100 million profit, but then marketing budget eats that away. And I guess like studios, I don't know. I guess they want to triple. I think they want like triple the budget, if at best, at worst, they want like if it makes 100 million, they want 300.
I saw this in the movie theater. This movie's frustrating to me. Actually, I think it is just a frustrating movie because like,
Yeah, it's kind of a frustrating franchise in a way because the principal players from the originals, one of them passed away.
right.
Um, Bill Murray doesn't really want to be in it, and if he's in it for like very briefly,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll basically just come on set and say what he wants. And it's hard to get the full participation of like the old and the new. Like Ray wants to be in it, the Dan Aykroyd, but he has to also fight all the screen time with the family, the Spangler family.
The other 8,000 Ghostbusters are in there. I don't understand. I get it. You have a family, but I'm like, yo, we gotta chop this down, B. And then we're
Yeah, because
throwing
like
out characters like we had that character. What's his name? The kid. Um, Podcast.
right from the original one, there was like there were like four kids, right? It was the dude from Stranger Things,
Mm-hmm.
his girlfriend,
Right.
and
Sister.
Phoebe,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kid,
yeah.
and this kid Podcast. It was like this young kid, and that was a four. And they're all here in the
Right.
sequel, but
Except now they're adding in some ghost girl and like.
it's overstuffed with all this. It's not
So
really
I'm not
much of a
gonna spoil
plot
it, but
either.
like, yeah, it's just stupid. It was just like some parts of it were enjoyable, but like I just sat down like after I watched it and I was just like, what? I don't know. It wasn't an absolute like movie of hatred. I don't know. I was disappointed. Just like,
I think they maxed out the family thing. They might have maxed out that
mm-hmm,
thing. Maybe the first one it made sense. Like the afterlife thing, I guess it's like fine, whatever.
mm-hmm.
But in reality, I feel like Ghostbusters is a comedy.
Yes,
Like it's also got elements of horror and you know supernatural stuff, but it is a comedy, and I feel like it's a comedy like it's like for adults, not like it was, R rated or raunchy, like, with,
No, you're right.
any nudity or anything like that. But it was like, it still was about adults trying to start a business and the trials and tribulations about that. And maybe it should have had like the kid Oscar from the Ghostbusters 2. He could have been older and that could have been Paul Rudd or something, or
Wait, why
and just
not?
deal with Paul Rudd trying to get his life together, and maybe they're running the Ghostbuster franchise together, and maybe I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Can Hollywood please let my boy write the movies? He just had a better idea than y'all put together for the past couple movies. Like that
But
makes
the
too
problem
much
is,
sense.
is the world of comedy. They don't want to make comedies anymore because they're afraid to offend people, and they just, so they made it some kind of touching, heartfelt family drama. The
But
kind of movie
that
that Ghostbusters
okay.
known for.
Then you got the family drama, and the worst character in the movie is the main character, Phoebe. Like I swear, she is insufferable in this movie. Like
Right.
I'm just like, yo, I don't like you, fam. Like you causing the problems in the film.
That's true. She
She
did cause the
causing the.
problems in the
I'm
film.
trying to.
Spoiler
I'm trying to
alert.
give the non-spoiler version of this. She's causing the problems in the film, and then they have some incidental plot where the villain somehow gets a upper hand, and I'm like looking at the screen, it's like, why would the main ghost know that that would happen? Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
those alone.
It had issues.
That's
It had some
what he said
issues.
after Frozen Empire show was like, I should have just gone to work. Maybe,
I
maybe.
don't know.
I said a prequel has to have great supporting characters. Oh, it might have been talking about another movie. Same problem. Ghostbusters 3 should latest have been out before 2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it technically Ghostbusters 3? Is the Ghostbusters game for
Yeah.
PS3?
I think it was. I think it was. They
Hmm.
had elements of story that was going to be used for Ghostbusters 3, and they just put it in the Ghostbusters game.
And everybody voiced the characters in that game.
Yeah.
I actually love that game, to be honest. Oh man, I wish I still
And
had it.
that would have been crazy if a movie like that would have been made in like the 90s. Can you imagine? Like Ghostbusters 3 would have been crazy.
Ghostbusters 3, I would have been so hyped.
But the way that the decades were set up back in the day, it was like almost like when you're in the 90s, the 80s are finished. You're still thinking about the 80s? Forget that. We're in the 90s now. You know. I remember I saw a video of like Dan Aykroyd saying like he was too old and they need like young people to like carry the proton packs. He says that now, but he was also saying that back in the 90s. And I'm like, bro, you're only like 45 years old. It's a comedy. It's like you didn't have to like
Yo,
lift a backpack for real either. Like there's like old people exterminators for real carrying the bug spray like in their like 60s right now. Like what are you talking about?
people are bugging.
People thought they were over, bro, like back in the day. Now they're living forever. I think like Nicole Kidman is like in some kind of you know, erotic thriller or something, like, sexing up some 20-year-old. So there's like more longevity nowadays than what they thought was back in the day. But
Yeah.
anyway, so what was the other movies that came out?
That's as far as memorable ones, the ones that I can remember that I have here, except for two
Okay, you got another one?
that
Lay it on.
just came out. And y'all know what two movies these are. They came out the weekend before last. And that was Mufasa and Sonic 3. Uh I did not see Mufasa. I don't
Yeah,
know who called for Mufasa, who asked for a prequel of Lion King, but they made it. I'm kind of tired of the Disney live action joints. I don't really watch them unless unless like I'm watching it with somebody, in which case would have been my girl. But like, uh, yeah, the plan was to go to the movies, right? And
right.
see one of these movies, and there was no debate. I'm like, yeah, so we're watching Sonic 3, and that's it, cause. It's the debut of Shadow the Hedgehog. Now it's funny because I am a half or 25% Sonic head. I was very into Sonic in the 90s. All right. I had the Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles when you have the add on, all of that. Like, I played a little bit of Sonic Spinball. Now, I didn't have a Dreamcast, so this is when I fell off. So I played Sonic Adventure 1 mad years later when I finally got a Dreamcast for like $50. This is after the system had already perished. And I did not play Sonic Adventure 2, which this movie is based on. So I had to look I had to look up like what Shadow's deal was myself. And when I saw the storyline, I said, "Oh, that's the story. The storyline is that after trying to be released out of some experimental pod, like some girl that he befriended gets got." I was like, "Okay." By the way, that's not a heavy movie spoiler, just so that y'all know. But anyway, yeah. So I saw the movie. I liked it. It was good. I thought it was pretty cool. You got uh Jim Carrey back as Dr. Robotnik, even though he said he wasn't going. Didn't he claim? Excuse me. Didn't he claim that he wasn't going to do movies again or something?
Yeah, he said he was going to retire and all this, but he came back, and he's funny because he looked more like Robotnik in this than ever before. So
Yeah. Well, this time they gave him a little pouch,
right.
so he's like fat, and then they had him play him and his what is this? His great grandfather, I believe. Yeah. Um, which is cool because they gave him a prosthetic. And I will say Jim Carrey is hamming it up in this role, but it's okay. It's a kids movie, so it's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, which is fine. That's perfect. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles all act the way they're supposed to. I actually really like Knuckles in this one because he's he played Idris plays up the basic bruiser jokes in this one, so that's pretty cool. And then of course you have Keanu Reeves as Shadow, which means it's a cyberpunk phantom. Uh, you know, it's a cyberpunk reunion inadvertently.
Right.
With Keanu with guns as Shadow the Hedgehog. And he did a good job. Um, you know what the best part about this film was? The humans. They were.
Yeah.
They were. They were. They were. They were. They were like in the beginning. Tom and Maddie, the couple, they were there. Now there was this whole useless subplot in part two. If y'all seen that with like Maddie's sister and a dude and like
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, this is
Yeah, that whole wedding plot
yeah.
from
I was like, I don't
like
care about this, man.
yikes. With her Shamar Moore and
I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see that at all. Now they did have an excuse to like stuff those two in this movie, but it's so brief. I'm not gonna spoil that part. It's so brief that like I didn't even care. So
right.
I was just like, whatever, cool. And then of course they had to bring Tom and Maddie back like somewhere near to the end of the film, but it was fine because once again didn't care. So the movie is basically about the trials and tribulations of Shadow and how Sonic relates to what Shadow is going through, and all the while Tails and Knuckles are trying to make Sonic realize, like, hey, we're good as a team, and that's the basic plot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, perfect. I have no problem.
I guess they have more money, so now they could put Sonic in more scenes, and they know what the people want to see. It's like they kind of gauge what the audience likes and what they can do, and they just kind of roll with that, and it's something they want to do.
Right.
And that's why that franchise is working,
Yes.
And I guess
They're
something like
learning.
Ghostbusters that's on the screen here, they're not learning, or they're like, well,
they're learning in real time. It's like when they first brought up the Ugly Sonic, and then they fixed that, and then
yeah, it's like in real time they're like ready to correct And you would think in part 3, because Sonic 2 made money, they're like, well, we'll just have more humans. They love that storyline we did. They were like, nah, we got the feedback. They didn't really care for the humans. And
It's like they
we
actually
got this
get
whole shadow thing, and let's just do that. They like Knuckles, so let's do Sean. Like, they like Knuckles, so let's just have another character
right.
that they'll like. And it's Keanu Reeves, the Shadow. And it's like, somehow that guy's on the pulse.
Yeah.
Director of those movies. He's like, he is a smart man. He knows what's going on. Like, and I hope that no one gets in his ear and try and make him like second guess himself on this
Yeah.
self
No. He...
correcting tip that he's doing. Like, don't mess with him. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
do this.
let him cook, and then you know what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
just leave that alone. Now, after I watched the movie, I came back to the internet only to find out. Like, first of all, okay, just as an artist who I would like to believe Dan and I specialize in things that are cool, right? So just as an artist, when I found out that these two movies, Mufasa and Sonic 3, are opening the same day, I was like, there's no way. There's
Now, Brina
no...
did make up a point where it says the wedding plot was nowhere near as bad as the human plot in Knuckles' show. Now, I didn't see Knuckles' show, but I heard that that was
Oh,
bad. The humans
really?
like took a lot of time because it's a show, so they don't have enough
Oh.
money to have Knuckles running around and doing all
Then it should have
that.
been 3 episodes instead of how many were
Yeah,
6 or whatever it was.
every show's got to be like having 12 episodes, like default. Like,
See,
stop.
that's not cool. See, I didn't know about that. I didn't see the Knuckles show.
I just remember seeing clips from it, and it was like, yeah, these humans are talking way too much.
No, they got to get up out of there. Especially if you have characters like. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a I'm gonna give you a side note. That's funny. You know what else? Actually, I did see that was from 2024, and I only watched it yesterday.
Ah.
It was Godzilla Cross Kong, the new Empire.
Oh yeah, I actually saw
Oh,
that too.
yeah. Now, obviously, I'm gonna have the very typical complaints that I have about every American Godzilla movie, especially these last two, where the script is so blisteringly stupid.
Right.
But okay, fine, forget that because that's a given. Okay, at this point, like me making fun of a Godzilla versus Kong script is kind of like me making fun of Sharknado at this point. It's like, okay, I knew what I was getting into, right? But what
Right.
I found that was interesting is, and it's funny because I agree because after I watched it, I read a review. I heard a review from Jeremy and
Yeah.
Jeremy Jones, and then I agree with him. The best actor in that movie that made me care about the plight was Kong,
Dang.
and he can't even speak. But they did something with him where it's like they actually like, because it's like he's ape-like, so he's human, and he meets like his other kind. So see him like silently interact and then react to like what's going on, like seeing his people like being abused and this, that, and the third. Like it actually like I was like, oh, I kind of care about this plot line because I did not understand what these other characters come in where the telepathic girl and the telepathic. I'm kind of spoiling the whole thing, I guess. But like, could you
I'm
spoil a
spoiling
movie like this? This movie's so stupid.
it.
It's just. I don't even know if this is spoilable, but I don't know.
But it's like the good things about 2024 were like, I guess the things that were good about 2023 or 2022. Cobra Kai returns for another cool season.
Mm.
Squid Game came out
Oh
again.
yeah, I just binge watched it.
And did you like it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, I had no problem with it, really.
Okay. Had no problem with it really. Like was it good?
Did you see it?
As good as the first one?
Uh,
That's hard.
Yeah, I
I
don't
didn't
know because
see it, and I would say no.
there's nothing as well. No, because I remember watching like season 2 of Alice in Borderlands, and like that kind of like blitzed me. Like
That was an underrated show.
Alice in
Alice in
Borderland,
Borderlands
I
is
like
like,
Alice in Borderland more than Squid Game.
yeah. Do I? The first season of Squid Game was pretty good. Like, I can't lie.
Yeah, that's true.
I do like Alice in Borderland though a lot. I guess like Squid Game, I guess is. I mean, these shows are both unrealistic, but Squid Game, I guess, is like more realistic.
I guess I would say so, but I do like.
But I
Sorry, go
think I
ahead.
had more fun with Alice in Borderland. Like, I don't know, it's so underrated. Like,
It is.
I wish it was as big as it was. Big show though,
Yeah.
but it's not as big as Squid Game.
No. I remember like I came online and somebody was trying to say like, oh, this show just came out. I ain't see nobody talking about this, and I'm like, yo, bro, because they're still trying to watch it. Like,
Yeah, for real.
like it
I didn't even
just
see
dropped,
it.
bro. It just dropped. It just dropped. But yeah, I binged it in a day, and it was funny because this is not a spoiler, but I'm like watching it and I get it. It's 7 episodes. I'm getting to episode 6, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. I was like, yeah, this is not gonna wrap up.
Yeah,
And it didn't.
well, ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Now that part, I don't like that because you wait so long and you need like some kind of
2025.
even. Oh, they're doing one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Split it in the middle
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
So when it ended, I was like, ah! Like, I was like, but
well, look at Netflix. Look, they make so much junk that now they have to parse out the good stuff that they have because they know that's the only thing they got. I mean, they're doing a Cobra Kai. They split it up into like 3 segments or something, 4 segments. Like, it's already filmed. It's already over. I think it comes back in February, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's like and they're good episodes, and they end on a good note though.
Right.
Like a good fake season finale. But you can tell Netflix they had to adjust the model, like giving you 1 episode a week.
Well, they try
There's
to
a lot of shows
say
that came out that like flopped, especially during pandemic. Which you would think people watch more TV, but a lot of stuff kind of flopped out.
Right.
Remember there was like 1 year they just canceled like 7 shows in a row or something. It was like crazy.
Yeesh. That's pretty bad.
The Jupiter's Legacy, the Millar Show.
I forgot about Jupiter's Legacy.
Some show I hate this, or what was the show? I think I'm okay with this, or I'm not okay with this, or some show. And then there was some show where Kadeem Hardison was on called Teenage Bounty Hunters or something. But like 2 girls were like, and Kadeem, I didn't even know the show existed. So it was in the paper that it was canceled, and it was just like Teenage Bounty Hunter starring Kadeem Hardison, and it was like canceled like. And one after the other, boom, 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 boom. And it's like, what's going on in Netflix? Money or something? But
yikes.
That's when they started to move out of scripted stuff and started to put more reality stuff on there. And got some shows around the world, like K-dramas, dub them. And some of the K-dramas are okay. They're pretty good. Aside from Squid Game. Hellbound
I didn't see.
It's all right.
I didn't see. I gotta check it out.
I didn't finish it, but
excuse me, sorry.
Some other shows, I think, some shows that they didn't finish, I think, but anyway,
But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good. Y'all should definitely check it out. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Just know that you're gonna have to wait for season 3 or season 2.5. When I read the article, don't go read the article, by the way, because it's going to spoil yourself. But when I read it, it said that the director, he made season 2 to be one long continuous thing, and then he said it was getting too long, and he decided to split it up. That's what the claim is. So now I'm sitting there, like we're sitting there looking at the TV. I'm like, you can't do this to me, bro. Like I. And then I looked it up and said 2025. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. But yeah, so that's your 2024 year review and entertainment. Yeah. I mean, other things happened in the world,
I mean, I was about to say we had stuff that happened And like I saw, matter of fact, you want to? I think I could show this on YouTube. Let me just go get it. I saw something this morning that I was like, I hate New York, bro. I gotta
Yeah,
go.
New York, that's a whole like stream right
Oh
there. Like
my
just chaos.
goodness gracious, man.
So many things. Supervillains.
Straight up supervillains. And we couldn't report on the last supervillain because that was just like straight up horror.
Yeah, the video is like crazy.
I couldn't I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the whole video. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it at all.
Chaos.
And then freaking our governors out here talking about like everything's fine. I'm like, okay, if you say so.
So you had yes, high profile trials, you had the election, you had Diddy, of
Oh,
course.
good grief.
The biggest story of the year, Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you he won't stop. Well, he couldn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. He should have stopped.
It's on 1,000 bottles, bro. Like,
Baby oil.
like what are we even doing? 1,000 bottles. Okay, hold on. How do I?
Celebrity scandals.
Yes.
Which were you gonna pop up on here?
So this is from apparently somewhere in New York, bro. And hold on, I'm gonna have to like zoom this in right now. They need to track this dude down right here. So
A witness claims a food truck at Queens Boulevard Junction lures
oh, sorry.
pigeon
My bad.
with food scraps before capturing them. Locals are disgusted and calling for action. What?
Now, see,
This guy's trying to lure pigeons in? What, to
so
chef them up?
Listen, man. I saw this on my phone this morning, so this is gonna be the first time that I'm seeing this on big screen. There's nothing explicit in the video. It's just hold on. Can I zoom into that? Oh no. So hold on, I'm gonna have to pause you out. It's annoying because
Dang,
okay.
the recession that bad? Can't afford chicken wings no
All right,
more?
so my man, this is my man's here, right? He got a bag in his hand, right?
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me put my glasses on for this
But the
sucker.
pigeon coop?
My man got the bag in his hand, right? And like he bends down, bro. Now hold on. I know y'all can see the bag. The bag is white. I know this is very small, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the pigeons fly away. Now look, wait. Now, damn, I wish I could zoom in. There's something in the bag, bro. There's something in the bag, bro. Like, my man took a bird and put it in the bag.
Oh my goodness.
The man took a bird, put it in the bag. And then, look, he's going back to the truck, son. He's going back to the food court. He's going to open the door.
No, that's not halal, right? I mean, that's
Son.
bruh.
Hold on, before we go any further, can y'all just please if you haven't already, just give a like to the video. I forgot to say that in a while, but
Yeah, please, boost our like up. As I'm traumatized by this story.
this is all we
What?
got. That's
In New
all we
York,
got.
that's what we export now.
This is somewhere
After
in Queens, somewhere in Rego Park. Like
maybe take it up to like a pigeon sanctuary or something. So he can live out the rest of his life as a free
I
bird
would
or
hope
something and
so. It
safe.
don't, first of all, I don't want to. I don't even care what he's doing with it. Like my man, you can't. Why are you carrying a dirty pigeon into the food truck, son?
Because he's serving it up with a side of onion rings. What you think? And a Fanta.
Yo, but you had to see on IG, bro. The comments was crazy. It was like, oh, it's time for some pigeon over rice, pigeon with the white sauce.
Yeah, forget the pitch of peas. Get the whole pidge.
Yo, I literally don't
Bro,
understand. Like,
this is gross.
my man
Can you
bagged up
imagine
a
this?
pigeon, bro. Like,
Ran out of meat, bro. Running out of money. Times are tough. Need some poultry.
yeah, yeah. And then, oh, in the comments, one of the comments was like, yo, man, I just ate this last week. I was like, oh man.
Nah.
And it was a cop.
Funny.
I shouldn't be like, I'm not. It's not funny. It's just, it's so absurd. Like, oh,
Who is this guy? They arrested this guy?
I don't know, but people were tagging people. My girl was like, she gonna call 311 and the health department on this man. I'm like,
Maybe he comes
do
from a
it.
country where this is like common practice or something. He's just walking around seeing like a bunch of pigeons flying around. He's like, why is everyone not scooping this up? Like this is like free range pigeon.
Nah, son. There's no way, son. First of all, how do you snatch up a pigeon? Like, how's that even possible? Like, they were mad. He just knelt down and just like zoop, just like scooped them one up. Like, yeah.
I don't know, bro. He's gonna maybe they arrest him. They get the recipe or something.
He said pigeon with what? How do I pronounce that sauce? How do I pronounce it? Rita said, did it taste good? We don't know. I don't know. Rita, if you want to find out, go to Rico Park, okay?
100%.
Just go out there, you know what I'm saying? Let me say outside the bodega. A roast con paloma. Ah, yeah, that's the newest New York story. Last week we had all kinds of mess. People with the two fires, by the way. The second person lived though.
It's pretty bad stuff. Chaos.
Oh yeah, and also before we forget, in 2024, they found they wasn't it claimed that they found aliens underwater?
I don't know. What is that? I don't know about that.
I tried to look it up, and I can't find anything concrete.
The drones in New Jersey or something.
Yeah, that's the new joint. The drones. I lost track with the alien crap. I was just like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done with y'all. Remember that time they tried to say they had an alien fossil and some dude just like made a cake?
I do remember that.
Yeah. Did we report on that? I think we reported on the cake. That was like last year. Oh yeah. Man.
What a year. You want to do the showcase?
Oh yeah, might as well. Let's see what's cooking in there. No pun intended to the last topic.
Pigeon delight.
Oh. Freaking people, man.
So anyway, the showcase is of course in our Discord. Mm-hmm. It's art produced by viewers like you. If you wish to join the showcase, post your art in the post your art section of our Discord. Link is in the description, and we'll showcase your art on stream.
Excuse me. So it starts with here. This was right before Christmas. Oh wait, hold on. I have to mirror my thing. Give me a second. Oh, Brina's gonna post something. All right, cool.
Good. She post something definitely. Get in there. Get in there. We got Squirrel Girl. This is like, this was another story here, Marvel Rivals. Yes. And
yes, Marvel Rivals. How we forget? We got a video coming up with our highlights on that, by the way. Yeah, Marvel Rivals, which I found 2 of the artists that I didn't know at the time. They'll be in the video highlighted, by the way. And they're both phenomenal artists. So this is fan art from Makani Draws, from the Makani Draws YouTube channel. If you guys know, some of you are already subscribed there. He did a pretty awesome squirrel girl.
Yeah, this is really good. This is
He's
yeah.
using
So Squirrel Girl's
he's
coming up.
using a grain filter. See,
Ah.
get that grain on.
He has 2 versions.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I think he colored the background. Oh, I see. He added the background on this one.
Yeah, so Squirrel Girl's getting cosplay too. So
Is she?
yeah, some streamer do it. Getting a lot of likes for it.
Said those acorns though. And then Makani decided to draw Venom. He said this is his first time drawing Venom.
Oh, you did a great job. Look at this.
Yeah.
A lot of great use of blacks.
You know, I can't draw Venom for some reason. Like, I'm not good at it. I don't know why.
I never drew Venom, I think.
Brina has an insane Venom.
Yeah.
We have this guy, you may know of him. I think his name is Sean or something.
Yeah. Look at this. Drawing Shadow.
Juice Shadow. I'll have a time lapse for this in the upcoming video.
This is awesome. So it's like I like the smoke.
Yeah, I had to pay attention on this one because Shadow doesn't run. He skates.
Oh.
So I had to pay attention to his animation motion, both in the game and movie, to come up with this. I don't know if he ever uses 2 gats at the same time, but I've definitely seen him with 1. So I'm like, well, he could have 2 now.
True. Indeed.
And over here we have Coal Dust. What is this? Fan art of it's a fan art of somebody's character named Solomon from her graphic novel, The Crow's Hollow. We'll check that out.
Oh, look at that.
I'm a sucker for sites, actually. They're like pretty cool.
Yeah, you got character sites.
Which reminds me, I have to draw more of him too. Is that Dante Crisis?
It is Dante Crisis.
Dante Crisis is a saying. The artist that he gets to work with this is pretty freaking awesome. I also like how it's kind of like it's kind of I can't explain it. It's almost like pixelated, but not on purpose.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of dope. Dante. Oh, I just realized that's a play on his name. Final Crisis.
Yup.
Coal Dust got another character. And I think I personally ended up as part of my top 3 favorite artworks I've done this year. Oh, I like that use of red
in the back.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Makes it stand out.
And we got
Brina. It says my PS5 character Vince attempted in Marvel rival style. Oh, because Brina be out here trying to. Brina's like a real artist. You know what I'm saying? Unlike me, I just be like trying to like. I'm like the junk food version. You want to learn some real techniques? Gotta go to Brina. Now this is fire. Totally. This is fire. I love how the cross or plus control pad, whichever you want to call it, is kind of a 3D. That's dope.
That's dope.
Video's out now, by the way. Oh, yeah, I gotta check out the video. Yeah, there you go. This is Brina's Venom. Ridiculous. This Venom is sick.
Bunch of morphin shapes, you know.
Venom is sick.
You're sick too. No.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, I'm sick, y'all. I thought I had the fever. I didn't.
Oh.
I had the flu. I was like, what? And then they was like, yeah, you gotta stay home. I was like, bet. Don't ever get the flu, y'all, because it sucks. It's like the fever, except like, I don't know, 5 days longer for no reason. I don't. You should just check out the first 10 seconds. I can check that out. Hold on.
Check what out?
Abrina's video, but I don't want to check it out on my iPad because it's gonna blow out all of our eardrums. Give me a second, and I got you. And I'll go to YouTube. Is your name like? Is it pop? Oh snap! Yeah, it pops up. Who is this other Brina? Oh, we don't know who that is. That Brina has 45 subscribers. All right, here we go. Let's get that up onto the screen. No. Hold on. Oh, here we go. All right, sorry, y'all. I just got to readjust that on the screen. Give me a moment. Oh, come on. Work with me. There you go. All right, sorry, Google Pixel. No free advertising for you today. Oh my goodness, they're gonna let me watch the whole ad?
100%.
Come on now. And another ad. This man's working hard. Working in the train station. All right, there we go. Here we go.
All right. This bass is full of love.
You are a rock today, aren't you, Dewberry? You are Gibraltar. You are the Hope Diamond.
I'd rather you be saying I was Brad Pitt's wife.
I once had a game class where we were learning the basics of Adobe Illustrator. I was no stranger to Illustrator before then, but I never used it in the way that we did in class. And the way my professor had us learn it was to remake the examples we had using the shape tools and Pathfinder. I still have at least one of those exercises. Here's the original, and here's mine. To this day, this method is still my favorite way of working with vector programs, and it taught me a pretty valuable method when it comes to studying, and that's to copy someone else's hard work. If you're familiar with...
I just want to pause here and say that this technique is 100% accurate. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, a lot of people say, like, oh, you shouldn't do... Like, no, yes, copy. Especially when you're first starting to, like, learn. Copy it. It's how you get it ingrained into your head, and then eventually, you know, it'll work into your style.
My channel, or at least the one video that actually got big. Why does this have 260,000 views? It's still going up. You'll know that I'm not big on shooter games, but in the same breath, I can most definitely appreciate a good art direction. More than any game mechanic, any character roster, based on Marvel Rivals art alone, I knew it was going to be big. Rivals' style is so striking, so vibrant and fun. The passion for this game just flows from it like a running faucet. I was immediately drawn in with the art style, and I wanted to draw like that too. Or at least figure out how they did it. I mean, look at it.
It looks like a painting. It's like they hired the artist and then said, like, oh, we need the game to look like the artist drew it on the screen or something. which is pretty insane. I watch it for the 30 seconds.
Put it in my blood. I needed to know who worked on this game, and I did what any 21st century person would do and did a quick Google search for the artists, and That was easy. Except it wasn't. I know for a fact there are way more artists who worked on this game, but they weren't listed anywhere. And as for the ones that were, the senior art director's work was locked behind Facebook, and the art director seemed to have no presence online. Oh, maybe that's why. The art of Marvel Rivals is obviously a final product. Very polished,
Trying to
fully
give
rendered.
credit.
The reason why I wanted to look at these artists' other work is because I wanted to see
You're
the
just owned by the
unfinished
studio.
Spider-Man. Through
Yeah, that's it. You
sketches
locked
and
in.
early
Like Orphan,
conceptualizing,
like
you
Little
usually
Rascals
get
or
to see
something.
the creative thought process and the building blocks to how they get to the final rendition.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Brina, put the link for that video in the chat so people can go check that out for sure. Man, no, I gotta finish up. I gotta finish checking out this video. So, like I said, I found a second artist for Marvel Rivals. I will find them all. I will find them all somehow. But it's funny because the two artists that I found for this game, I've already been following them for like 2 years. I just didn't realize I'm like, oh, of course, you know.
In the chat, they're saying nice editing, Brina. Yeah, the editing in this video is
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. Brina,
She says you're in the video.
oh snap, for it. Oh, I gotta check that out. All right, cool. Thank you for the shout out, Brina. I'm gonna definitely check it out. I also have a well, there's gonna be a time lapse, but I did a Squirrel Girl. I just didn't I haven't posted it yet. And then one of my older pieces too.
Because you're in 850.
Hmm?
The 850 mark.
Oh,
8 minutes.
850.
50 seconds.
Until that friend of mine finally got back to me.
Oh,
Oh snap! I'm in someplace I'm not supposed to
you gotta add. You get paid.
get paid.
I fucking knew that he had something to do with this early concept. Okay. Okay. Remember when I said I wanted to see
Smooth
the
edit.
artist's other work, including unpolished stuff? Pyro Daily definitely has a lot of that.
Yeah, this dude's the man.
Hisham's line art is very thin and very...
Look at this, just fire, fire.
It's like, why can't the comics have this kind of energy, you know?
You know, maybe this is a great way to close off the video. To be honest, right?
Right.
Because
The new
we had some highlights this year. You know, you had your Stellar Blade. You had, how did I forget to freaking mention Black Myth Wukong? I might have mentioned.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't hard. I mean, look, Dustborn and Concord came out right when Black Myth came out, and Black Myth like had it for lunch. Okay,
Right.
Black Myth had Steam for lunch because it just 2
So
million
true.
players, like, just ridiculous. But yeah, so we had some highlights this year. But man, if we can start creating like this, like if comics could look like that, if like games could look like that, well, not. You know what's kind of funny? I'm about to say, okay, sorry, y'all. It is 11:19, and I know this is not past 12, so I'm gonna just go for the next 5 minutes. I'm gonna just say crazy stuff.
Okay.
How is it? I do not know where this artist lives. I do not know where the other artist lives. I forgot how to pronounce their screen name, but they're pretty cool too, right? They land upon a game. Now they've probably been on other games too. No, as a matter of fact, he's also going to be on that game for the League of Legends fighting game. But I just find it funny that the East was the one that grabbed him up to do a game. Why isn't like, I don't know, like Naughty Dog using him or something,
That's true.
or
I
another
don't know.
American comic? company or something.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, and it's funny because people really were searching out who these artists were, and for this game, they were really excited
Yeah.
by it. And in the comic book world, I think there's been like a lot of standout artists, where they're giving them push that they deserve.
Mm.
So, and people mostly talk about Marvel rivals at this point.
Yeah.
So why can't they just have that energy for the comics and stuff? I guess maybe they'll have a Marvel Rivals comic or something, but
They are.
they are?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. They better have this kind of art style though.
I
Just
not
outsource it
that.
to Udon and let them do it.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think that the whole I always said in the past, I think like the whole company should be outsourced to Udon, like,
Oh yeah.
at least artistically.
Yeah, just to
And
get.
writing too. Like, and it'll give it this young flavor. This youthful energy.
Yeah, the other artist is let me see if I can get them up on the screen for you real quick, y'all. His name Pluxury. At least that's their screen name. Where's my iPad? Come on, man. There we go. Let me turn this off for a second. Yeah, this is the other artist that was working on working on Marvel Rivals. And they got a little webtoon going too, which Dan and I were reading through. Is pretty dope. But yeah, this stuff is pretty cool. But yeah, stuff should look like this. Like in 2025, can like companies start doing well? I will say this, especially with like I'm not sure with I do not know how to pronounce the name, so I'm going to butcher it. Hachim, maybe Hashim. I'm not sure. I don't know if he has his own project going, but I know Pluxury over here does have their own projects going, and that is the goal. That is the goal. That's pretty cool. Instead of waiting for these big companies to come and do something. Um. Uh, so hopefully people do that. People do more of that, like in independent projects. As far as these corporations, if you don't want your stuff to tank, maybe you should seek out artists like this. Just saying. Yeah, and anyway, y'all. Yeah, basically that's what we got. That's our 2024 wrap up. So this will be the last time you see us. Till next year.
Right.
I have like at least 3 to 4 videos in the works. Um, just gotta get them organized, get them together, and put them out there for y'all. But we just wanted to come on and just do a little fun wrap up, and while I tried not to like get angry about the crow again for the 8 millionth time. And yeah, that's about it. As far as our projects, y'all look out for some stuff. We're gonna have some new stuff for you next year for sure. Some big things, big moves.
Right. Just doing a little restructuring, but we are gonna pop out with our projects
Mm-hmm.
very soon. We have a lot of stuff in the, I don't know what you call it,
Let's
in
open
the
the can.
in the can.
We'll let you know when our own self-imposed NDA breaks. You know what I'm saying, on our own projects. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. So if you're looking forward to some projects, like you will see them. You will see them soon.
And if you know any big money hustlers out there, if you in Hollywood tired of sinking money into Crow remakes, hit up the link in the description. All kidding aside though, it's like, it's gonna be the indies that's gonna have to, like, I don't know, show the way
Yeah.
a little bit, even though the mainstream, I think, is at some critical point where they're starting to recognize that, hey man, we had to start doing things a little differently, because
Right.
2024 was like the wake up call. And
Yeah.
they're like, you gotta return to a standard that they once had.
Yeah.
They're trying to subvert the standard that they
Right.
once had, because the subversion has become very predictable, and audiences are fatigued.
Very, very. And
Mr. Rasmus
Brina, I
says, "I
remember.
wish I
Don't
knew
worry.
some." Yeah, she wish. Yeah, and Rasmus says he wish he knew some money boss players. I don't know. These people got the money in the couch cushion, right? Like Elon Musk got like money in the
I'm
couch
about to say, yo,
cushion.
Elon. Wasn't he talking about the culture war like a couple months ago?
I don't know.
Yo, let's go, bro.
People brag about their wealth like all day long online. Like,
Ooh, I'm just giving
ooh,
out the cash.
yes. Oh wow.
Like word. All right, cool. Fund me.
All these streamers, these kick streamers, they give away these free giveaways. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was on some for 2024. Twitch is in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, big time.
I mean, why?
Oh, wait, you didn't know? I thought I talked about this already. They lost
They're always in
95.
trouble.
I mean, yeah, they lost like 95% of their like advertisers or something. A couple
Dang,
weeks.
so for whom?
Huh?
Why?
I think it had something to do with like unfair banning, like
Also,
rules.
they lost like their big streamers.
Yeah, and they were trying to say like the people that they're keeping on the platform are very controversial.
Oh,
Yeah, so and then they were like, "Oh, we don't want to support this, so we're pulling out." And then the people that were this was the report as I remembered, 95%, something like that. You guys got to double check. Maybe it's changed. So people that were getting apparently you can. I don't know this because I have a basic Twitch account, but there were some people that were getting like money, like big money every time they streamed due to ad revenue. There was a person that was getting like about $100 per stream,
yeah.
and her thing ended up to like a couple of cents. There was a guy. This one was funny, but there was a guy that he was getting like I guess he was super big. He was getting paid 10K per stream. That's what he
Nice.
claimed. And then it
Crazy
lowered down,
numbers.
huh?
That's crazy number, by the
Right.
way.
And then it lowered down to 2,000.
Mhm.
Now, I understand that like that's concerning, but what was his reaction was actually funny because he said, I wish I remember who it was. He said he was like, $2,000. $2,000 a day. What am I gonna do with that? If I wanted $2,000 a day, I would just go work for the post office or something. And I was like, brother,
What?
I'm like, kid, listen, I know that like you probably jumped into Twitch after your teens and you don't know about real jobs, but surgeons don't get paid $2,000 a day. Like, what are you talking about? Like, my man said the post office. I was like, oh, reality. Reality is not in him. But yeah. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that's 2024. But anyway, we will see you next year. I won't say when the next video is out, but it will definitely won't be later than like the beginning of the next week. Because I have some stuff edited down and all that already. But stay tuned. There's going to be topics popping off galore. Stay tuned for February specifically. Heck, stay tuned for January because birthdays are coming up. My birthday is coming up in February, but more importantly, February is Black History Month, which also means that Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming out, the most accurate depiction of a black man according to Ubisoft.
According to history. So.
According to a guy apparently who may or may not be inaccurate. So that's coming out, and all the 3 other games. That's oh my gosh, yo,
So much madness.
February is gonna be so fun. It's gonna be cringe. All right, yo, everyone, have a good night, happy New Year, and we'll see you then. Peace out.
Peace.